Hello everybody and welcome back to Path of Exile. I am Solhom, the gamer who's bad at games, and I started a little later than normal this time, so we're already at places doing things with the stuff.
Woohoo! Kinda. We just went through the town
Yeah,
portal.
and anyways, we were vaguely talking about work stuff, so I got distracted, but
Yeah, I'm good at that. I'm good at distracting you. Always have been.
I will say that it's work is better with the some of the renos that they did though.
Yeah, it is. People keep commenting on it, and it's nice to hear people not complain about the building for once.
Well, yeah,
so.
and it doesn't look like an old folks home anymore.
Ooh, the
Or
carpet still does.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I also understand they're not going to change that until literally everything else is done. There's no point.
Probably.
Oh, we're going up there? Okay.
Yeah. We're backtracking a little bit because there was something that we were too pressed for time to grab last time in this previous area. I was looking for the waypoint, but I ran past it, I guess, so I'm just going a little bit back.
Fair enough.
We're looking for the sun orb in here somewhere. There's
Okay.
like a little mini boss that we gotta murder, and then that's the end of this act, pretty much.
Sounds good. And then that actually almost puts us at the right timing for that new series you wanted to start up.
I suppose, yeah, the new game came out, and I haven't had much time to dick around with it. Although, I'm still gonna be better than you guys, no matter what. So, any training that I provide is gonna be, like, strictly superficial, since I don't know what's going on right now.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't even talking about that one. I was talking about the one that you wanted to do with Big Country and I, and we watched the trailer for it. Oh, I got this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit before I can buy it.
No, it's
wanna
not
play
out. It's not out until like the 22nd, I think it was, anyways. So you got some time.
Yeah, I do. This first paycheck I'm getting is gonna be 3 days, and then everything off my next check is going to rent, so it'll be a bit.
Yeah, fair. Well,
I'm
I
a poor boy.
still owe Big Country a little bit of money for media's gift. So
Yeah.
luckily,
Yeah, it'll be a while before I can start that up.
I
So.
don't. It's gonna sound bad. I don't mind owing Big Country money because he doesn't care as much as some people, you know.
Yeah, he's a pretty good person to owe. I've had to force him to take back the money that I owed him. Like, I don't know if he remembers, but when I owed him for the commission that I got of Solaire,
Oh yeah.
I owed him, I think, $200, and I had it sitting there. And I told him for every day he doesn't come and pick it up, I'm going to fold it in a new direction. Because our money is super annoying to unfold. And so I did. And he came and picked up a stack of $20 bill origami. I
Fair.
don't recall him being particularly pleased, but he got his money. And I still, and I have not forgotten, owe him for Ribfest that he covered for me while I had money, but I didn't have cash. So I think I owe him, 40 bucks.
Well, that's not even that bad. I remember the time that you saved him 40 bucks on a meal that he bought you, technically. The Rita challenge.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was good. That was awful, but it was
Yeah,
good.
tell the people at home.
It was I want to say a 6-patty burger and 5 pounds of poutine that I had to eat in under 45 minutes, or I had to pay like $45 for it. And I did it. And then Big Country's
Country was-
response was to be so proud of me that he bought me an ice cream, and I was like, please, God, no. But he bought me an ice cream, and by the time I got home, I had to puke really bad, and so I clogged the toilet with the sheer amount of chunks.
Reminds me of the potato mountain that I made.
Oh, it was so gross.
Okay, I got the sun
Did you
orb.
grab the-
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Now we're gonna go to take the waypoint to the Lunaris concourse, and I'll just wait for you.
All right.
I don't know if this is the optimal route through here, but it's the way I take.
But yeah, it's funny with everybody going back to work. Everybody's like hitting me up individually and saying like, "Well, you know, I'm gonna be working more now, so scheduling might be harder." It's like, yeah, well, I'm not dumb, but thanks for the reminder, I suppose. Like,
Yeah,
it's good to know it, acknowledge it, and I appreciate that everybody respects me enough. Well, sorry, almost everybody respects me enough. There is a
Almost
certain,
everybody.
yeah, there's a certain person that still hasn't told me anything about their whereabouts. But regardless, for the most
Right.
part, there's that respect, and it's like, you know, I appreciate it, and I'll try to work around everybody's schedule. Sit 4 and I got him to record with me the other day. We sat
Oh,
down
yeah.
for something like 3 hours and got 2 hours worth of recordings because in the 1 hour we were doing some off-screen stuff to try to make recording easier.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was like melting in here because my office is not the coldest place in the apartment. But yeah, so we have a bit of
Yeah.
a backlog, and he says, yeah, now we can just kind of record when we can record, but you have some backlog just in
Oh,
case
yeah,
we can't
his-
for a while.
I remember when I left work on Thursday morning before we opened, I wished him good luck for the shit show that he had to deal with because there's crap all over the floor. A lot of the machines are open. There's no money in anything yet, and it's just a pain in the ass. There was a door there. You should probably go in it.
Yeah, I saw the door, and I wasn't sure if you went in it. There we go.
Yeah, it's the boss, the act boss. It should be over pretty quick. There's actually 2 bosses, but
Basic Dragonborn Raper.
Woo! Raper.
You heard
Rapper?
me. You heard me.
I heard you. I heard you.
It's a rapier, but
Sin will give you some new major gods to use.
Sun and moon return to them.
yay. Do I want to...
I don't know what you're using, but yeah, generally people use one of the 2 that you just got. So, oh fuck, my battery is low for my phone. One sec, I gotta plug that shit in, otherwise I'm gonna have a dead phone while I work. I will be
Fair.
back like 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay, it's charging, I hope. I'm gonna bring a cable to work so that that does not die on me.
Fair. I ran along the wall a little bit, so I'm a bit ahead of you right now, I think. Just shooting people.
Yeah.
Seemed like the thing to do, you know. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah. It was.
But yeah, in other news, I freaking love my commenters. Like the ones that comment frequently are all so nice, and they make
Oh,
comments about
yeah.
your hurt booty.
I forgot about that. Yeah. That was such a me thing to scream about, too.
Yeah,
That he really wanted my ass, though. Like,
yeah,
he auto-targeted me, he chased me down, and then beat me to death while you guys were incapable of helping me.
This feels like a place we've been before, but covered in blood. Am I correct?
You are correct,
Okay,
yes.
yes. I just thought so, as I was like, I feel like we went through this like pathing before, only it wasn't bloody.
Yeah, all of the acts in the second half of the game are rehashed of the original 5 acts.
Okay, fair. But anyways, yeah, I just appreciate it. Like, you know what? It was always my goal that people would like memorize who you guys were as people, basically, and so that like they'd see like your logo on a thumbnail and be all like, oh hey, I love when he plays with that guy, and then they'd watch the series because
Yeah.
of it and things like that. So the fact that he not only like spelled you guys' names right, but also like broke down who you guys were in your commentary. Like,
Yeah,
I
like that guy.
I really liked that. I was like, that's good. That it kind of tells me that things are going right in a sense.
He's your #1 fan. I love it.
For that series,
He's
at least.
our
I don't.
#1 fan.
I don't.
Yeah.
Don't think he watches anything else, but I'm also not sure. I have gotten more steady viewership on everything. Like
Okay.
I get an average of like 4 views on things now. So
Yeah,
Which
I
is-
have a confession to make that I haven't been watching your videos lately. I just haven't had the time.
Oh, that's fair, but I mean, I noticed that the viewer retention was down, so I kind of assumed you hadn't been playing them all the way, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But no, that's all well and good. I made it to 61 subscribers actually yesterday,
Oh, cool.
so that's good too.
Welcome.
That's probably a milestone for you.
Well, like I said before, and I think a previous video, I don't think in this series, but in a previous video overall, I always fucking hate the monk guy down here. Anyways, my first channel that I tried doing this on, for one thing, I only did it for like a month or so, but my first YouTube, I had only gotten I had like 1 subscriber, and they never watched my videos.
Right. Oh my god, my phone is not charging off my PC's ports. Oh, I went back to Highgate? I didn't mean to.
But anyways,
I'm
so
just
yeah,
gonna chill
so
out.
having 61 subscribers means I have 61 times the amount of subscribers that I did the first time I tried this.
Yeah, it's gotta feel good that, like, at least you're making progress.
Yeah, and it means I'm at like 6% of the amount of subscribers I need before YouTube decides to pay me. But that's whatever.
I'm getting annoyed with my phone. Murder some stuff while I find a different option here. Are we charging? Oh, thank God. Okay. How far did you get? Not very.
I killed people in one direction, then I killed people in this direction. The people in
Gotcha.
this
We're
direction
hugging.
almost killed me a little bit.
This wall here. Remember to move and shoot too, because you make more of those dudes.
Yeah. I had one of my subscribers tell me that my Plague Tale video this week came out at a good time because they just announced the sequel at E3.
They did, yeah.
And I was like, hey, I'm on topic for once. Maybe that'll actually gain me some viewership on the series. It's possible.
Dead Media told me about that, and I thought that was pretty neat. I didn't realize there was a second one coming out, but I'm pleased because I really, really liked the original Plagues too.
Media and I have actually just gotten to where I got on my solo playthrough before I'd stopped. So
it's all new from here?
yeah, it's gonna be all new from here. He's also planning on coming over like an hour early on Friday there before the
Friday, yeah.
before the party to record one, hopefully, assuming it's not too bloody warm in here.
Yeah.
Because my office is warm. It's bad enough recording in here by myself sometimes, but to have somebody as like sweaty as Media
Yeah.
next to me, no offense to him, not that he watches the series, but I am the one that is a heat sink, as Big Country says, whereas Media just like gives off obscene amounts of heat.
Oh yeah, he is a very warm fella.
Yeah.
Where are we going? We're going up here. Yeah, I think he does watch this, actually. I think he watches all of them.
I don't think so. I don't think he has any interest in this series, but I think he's upgraded to watching pretty much everything else. I know he enjoys watching. He enjoys watching our Vermintide playthrough as well.
I think he watches this because he made a reference to something we had said specifically in one of the videos that we did PoE in.
Maybe. I'm not too sure actually, but I do know he watches everything else. He even watched the Minecraft video that he was in recently, and I thought that was kind of funny.
I mean, I watched the Vermintide videos, so
Yeah, well, I mean,
Or
it
I
is.
haven't lately, but
It is one thing to watch it, and it reminds you of what happened, but also you could see different editing that I did, even though I don't always do anything fancy.
yeah, true.
Because sometimes I can't be bothered. Sometimes I'm like, honestly, I don't need to do anything to this because it's already funny. But there was a streamer that I was actually streaming with last week, called like Mind Flayer or something like that. Sorry, I'll put it on screen anyways, but it's something to do with mind flaying. But anyways, he said that he watched some of my videos after he subscribed, and he said that he damn near like choked to death laughing at the part in, I don't know if you saw it because you said you hadn't been watching, but I did in my a couple edits, and no, I put the oh, hang on, let me see what this is first. I don't think any of these are any good, right?
Yeah, you don't want anything from there, not really. And then you got to talk to Sin and talk to them again, and you'll get something that we need.
Hello.
Okay, but anyways, I put it in the highlights on our Discord.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been
It
checking
took some
Discord
time.
much either, so.
Okay, but
Careful. When I was
regardless, basically there's some parts in a Minecraft co-op episode recently. I think it's the episode called "The End Doesn't End."
Right.
I have to sell some stuff before we go. My inventory is kind of stupid. Do you buy
Okay.
things?
Just take the waypoint, because I'll be sitting on the waypoint.
Sounds good.
Fate will find you.
I'll just port to you. Because I don't listen
Perfect.
to instructions.
Well, I thought you might because you're you, and so I made a portal there so you wouldn't be like a mile away.
Fair.
I had plans in case of
In case of...
Solhom being himself.
Yeah, pretty much. But, yeah, but anyways, so it's good that people enjoy when I do a little bit more effort in the edits, but sometimes, like with this series, a lot of the time, what am I going to do? I'm going to put some text on screen to correct myself or to answer a question that I put in, like the Mind Flayer guy's real name, that's going to be in an edit afterwards, for example. But,
Yeah, this is closer to being a podcast than
yeah.
a series.
Yeah, because let's be honest, at this point, anybody that watches this series watches it for our commentary, probably not so much my gameplay.
Probably, yeah. And I mean, if we kept this around in stream or whatever, that's probably what it would be there too. Like, we're just running around having a chat, seeing stuff, doing stuff, nothing special.
You go, little beast.
Oh, I didn't realize.
little beast.
I didn't know that Einhar was here.
Me neither.
He's off
But
doing
thanks, Einhar.
Einhar things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of gross when he does that.
Yeah, what was that, episode 2 or 3, where we decided that he gets Blumpkins or something like that?
It was early on, yeah.
Callback jokes.
Woo! There was a door there.
Yeah, no, I tried to click on it before I itched my nose, but I missed, so I was just sitting there itching my nose staring at a door. Don't talk to me.
Nice. We're gonna go through here real slow because we have to.
Yay.
It's not the most fun boss arena ever. There's gonna be lots of scorpions.
I'm sure there's a joke I could make. But I can't think of it, so there we go.
The only thing I can think of is the band The Scorpions, and the only song I know by them is Rock You Like a Hurricane.
I didn't even know that there was a band called Scorpions, but I know that song.
I blame Mosin for my knowing that, because otherwise, ow, I died. I don't know how, but I did. Huh, that's not gonna work. Are you alive back there?
Yes. I don't
Oh,
know
wow.
where
Alright.
to go necessarily, but
Just keep going. There's only one way to go. Just that way.
the swallowing sands.
Yep. I disappeared and lagged, and then when I came to, I was dead as fuck. which is a common thing in this game.
Go, my children.
Your children are dead. Like, what are you, an anti-vaxxer or something?
Yes.
Oh.
We also don't believe in masks.
Yeah, jeez.
It's not that we don't think that we're effective with masks. Just don't believe that they're real. They're government spy devices.
Yep. I don't know. Every argument against it is stupid. There is somebody at work recently that I had to laugh. She kept joking about how she wished that she would just get COVID so that she couldn't get it again, and she would be done with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
she got it.
That's great.
And it's like I
love
want
it.
to feel bad, but at the same point, I'm just pissed because my work put out this, like, they made me sign a sheet that basically said, I will not come into work if I am feeling any of the above symptoms, and it was basically just symptoms of the COVID. Yeah, and then there's her literally sitting in the lunchroom coughing, and it's like,
Excellent.
yeah, and it's like, oh great, I want that all of your germs all up in me while I'm sitting here eating my lunch. Thank you. No, like,
Just because you don't believe in something or don't care doesn't mean that everybody around you also doesn't care. Like, that kind of gross negligence for the people around you is why I hate people. And it's not just people that, are exposed of this kind of behavior through the pandemic. It's fucking everybody who goes, I want what I want and everybody else be damned. I hate that.
yeah, well, and that's like, other symptoms are those same people that, like, they'll put a cart 2 feet away from, like, a cart return, and they'll be like, oh, they have people for that. Or the people
I hate that.
I've discovered even a lot more examples since working at the grocery store. Somebody put, like, fresh pork chops from, like, the butcher area in a freezer because they didn't want to put it back. So now those pork chops are frozen and unsellable.
I hate that.
And again, it's that mentality of, oh, they have people for that. It's like, yeah, but those people are either missing from COVID and what have you, or they're busy with other shit that you decided is their job.
Yeah, for real, I don't go into your job and make your job harder just because you get a paycheck doing it. Okay.
Yeah, and I guarantee our paycheck isn't good enough to deal with half of the shit that they try to make us deal with.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, that was, honestly, I didn't like people before, and I knew that they did shit like this. But with, like, the whole COVID thing, the end of all of their arguments should have been when they said, okay, yes, your mask doesn't protect you, it protects other people from you. That should have been the end of it. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't want to kill people. Like, people are like, yeah, but if the masks really worked, then it should be fine if I don't wear one anyways. It's like, no, you're missing the point.
Yeah, that's absolute garbage. It's a faulty argument.
And then they'll also pull out the straw man arguments and whatever else, but they don't realize that the very basis of their arguments is flawed and selfish, mind you, as well.
Yeah, and it is the idea that it protects everybody from you, and so if they really worked, then me not wearing one is not an argument. It's I'm willing to infect other people whether or not they're wearing a mask because I don't feel like wearing it.
Yeah, and I tried to... I'll throw my dad under the bus here. I know he doesn't watch this series. But anyways, I'm trying to make the argument with him that, you know what, you argue that the masks are not 100% effective. All right, even if that is the total and complete basis of your argument, basilisk acid, I take it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what we're grabbing. Then we're gonna teleport out of here.
Okay. Even if that's the basis of your argument, that it's not 100%, well, to me, it's just like, okay, even if it's only 50%, 50% is better than 0%, right?
I agree. And, like, let's be honest, neither is birth control, but you pretty well argue that everyone who doesn't want to get pregnant should be on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
But then I also found out recently that he doesn't believe that gun control should be a thing, and it's just like, oh, geez.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that is a really strange argument coming from him, but okay.
Well, no, his argument is if you take away the guns, it doesn't take away the criminals' guns, so you're still not, reducing the guns. And so
Okay, but nobody's taking away guns.
well,
Okay,
Trudeau
we're
was thinking
making
about it
them-
at some point. But anyways,
If we were having a registry, go ahead.
my argument to him was, okay, but let's say that you have a gun just for home defense. And he's like, okay. I was like, all right, you have a gun just for home defense. Now, somebody breaks into your house with a gun and they shoot you. Now they have 2 guns.
Yeah.
Like, you having a gun didn't protect you, but now it puts somebody else at risk because now there are 2 guns in the hands of the bad people.
And I would also like to state that you're not allowed to defend your home with a gun in Canada, so...
Yeah. Which isn't fair, but
You-
like at the same point, like, I don't know. I don't ever see a need for anything. Like, I don't know. I don't have too much to say in the way of it because I don't really understand all of what they're trying to suggest that we do. But to me, it's like, you know what? The difference between somebody that has a pistol for home defense and somebody that has an AR-15 assault rifle is a pretty vast difference. Because realistically, what do you need an AR-15 for? That is not a home defense weapon. That is not a hunting weapon. That is a war weapon meant for war.
Yeah, I feel like the only real argument for carrying guns, at least here, is like defending yourself from animals where you need it. Because in theory, you should never be in the situation where you need to defend yourself with a gun. I'm just saying, where are you and what are you doing? Okay?
Yeah.
And no, we shouldn't be allowed to carry them around openly. And no, I don't think that people should even have handguns because a handgun is easy to conceal. Okay, these are the guns that you should be afraid of. It's not the AR-15. It's the handgun because people are going to put that in their waist and they're going to walk into a building and you're not going to know that they have it.
Until they pull it out and use it, yeah.
Until they pull it out and use it. Exactly. Those are the guns that you should be afraid of.
Well, and like,
as far
not-
as the government is concerned, we were just planning on putting a ban on some assault weapons that we don't need to have, and putting some stricter regulations in for the registry.
which to me is all reasonable.
Yeah.
I don't know. And
But
as far as like
yeah.
the states, like you hear about like mass shootings in school. How many of those do you hear about that were perpetrated with an old-timey musket, which are the arms that they have the right to bear? None.
Yeah.
It's always with like AR-15s and shit that they say they have a right to have, but like could never have even been conceived in the time of the writing of their policies.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. I don't think gun control should be very, very strict.
Yeah.
I see absolutely no reason for it to not be strict. I mean, if you even look at countries where it is strict, they have statistically less crime that's gun related than other countries that don't.
Yeah.
And no, we're not going to get rid of all the guns, and we're not going to stop the criminals from having guns, but it makes it harder to get them. It
Yeah.
makes it more controllable.
Well, and plus, like,
Okay, here's this argument too. We can't stop people from getting shot with illegal guns. Therefore, we shouldn't control any gun-related crime. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
Because that's the logic that they're using.
yeah, and I don't know. None of it makes sense to me, right? And it's like, yeah, I know, I never used a gun or whatever, but to me, it's like, okay, if they control, let's say they only sell 100 of this type of gun, whatever it is, or they control the amount of bullets that go out in a year, or what have you, and then somebody is shot with that type of bullet from that type of gun, they have a pretty short list of people that could have done it.
Yeah, and they'll be able to go, oh, okay, that gun was stolen at this time, and now you can launch an investigation.
Yeah, so
You know,
That's where I'm like, I don't see why you wouldn't want controls and registries.
Yeah, me neither. I don't get it.
But
I
let's
don't
change
get
the
why
topic
anybody
before I
would
lose
have.
any and all, like, what, liberals or conservative? I guess anybody that's into those arguments before I
Anybody
lose
who has a yeah.
an opposing argument, we'll say. Although we are past the half-hour mark, so that tells me that nobody's really watching anymore anyways.
Pretty much.
Have you been playing with this with Sheikah still, or not as much?
My sister started playing it, and she started talking about it non-stop, and so I more or less stopped playing it because I couldn't stomach it.
Yeah, it's amazing how somebody can, like, kill your want or desire to...
Do anything with a thing because they won't leave me alone about it. My sister's really, really bad for that. Oh, I teleported into death. I'll be back up there in a second.
I'll be honest, media does that sometimes with some things too. Like, he really
I
gets
know he does.
passionate about a show, and then he just, like, browbeats you with it until you watch it and report back to him, and it's just like, it makes you not want to watch it, and if you do watch it, then it's like, well, I don't want to tell you what I think, because if I don't like it, then...
Yeah, I'm really slow in the getting on things too sometimes, and so we were done up here anyway. And so it's really annoying. I don't like borrowing things from anybody, but it's hard to borrow stuff from Dead Media sometimes because he very, very much.
Yeah, he's just
will
like, did you
ask
watch
me
it yet?
about
Did
it
you
a
watch
lot.
it yet? Did you watch... No, it's, I was actually
see-
reminded of this recently because Smite, that game that I started playing on the channel, they actually have like a an event coming up where they have different skins for the gods that are based around Stranger Things. That's coming up.
Yeah. Oh,
And I was just
yeah,
like, oh
and that
yeah,
one of those things.
I was gonna watch that at some point until I was asked about it every day, and then it just really, I watched the ads
you
for
watch
it
it?
and
Yeah.
stuff, and just between the ads not looking interesting to me, the reviews and stuff not seeming interesting, and him being all like, did you watch it? 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 I'm like, I'll get to it when I get to it, which will probably be when it's long since stopped being popular.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm like a hipster, but there's some things, you know. Like I
You
watched,
just get tired of hearing about it.
well, and it's like I watched Supernatural a lot more before suddenly everybody was watching Supernatural,
Yeah.
and so it makes me sound like a hipster, but at the same point it's like it's not that. It's just that I don't want to hear about it every damn second. Why does this say Jorgen or Elron?
No, there's a what's the? It's a Betrayal League, I think. I don't know. It's a thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
I don't. It's complicated, and I hate it.
and we're not doing league stuff right now, anyways. So.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, I don't know. I'm more fine with watching a show like Supernatural, Stranger Things, etc., etc. I'm more fine with watching them if I don't have people beating me over the head with it over the internet or in person, because it's like it suddenly becomes like a chore to watch it, right? Or to keep up with it.
Yeah.
I freaking love the Avengers, liked them before the movies were a thing, etc., etc. I haven't watched like WandaVision or Falcon and Winter Soldier, or I haven't watched any of them yet, and I'm sure that they're excellent, but I haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, they are excellent, but like get to it in your own time. I'm watching them because Sheikah really loves them, and so I am watching them with her, and it's just something we do together, and that makes it nicer for me. It doesn't feel like a chore as much when I'm doing, it as a together thing.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Where'd you go?
I went up and to the left.
Okay.
You're walking away from me.
Okay. That's like down and to the left.
Yeah. Well, you were going up and to the right.
I had to go up and to the right from where I was to a point where I could get to the left, and then you started going down.
Right. There
Plus,
was a
I'm the
thing
ga-
over here I wanted to do first.
I'm
but
the gamer
forgot.
I'm the gamer who's bad at games. Directions are an extension of that.
I want you to change it to I am the intuitively challenged gamer.
Okay. Yeah, but then there's certain people I'd probably have to exchange what that means, or explain what that means.
Explain. Yeah, maybe. I
I
just
just
like
like
it because I came up with it. Me.
I just enjoy how I had started doing that as like an explanation so that I don't have people bitching at me for being bad. I can just be all like, well, yeah, I warned you. And it just ended up sticking. It's just kind of like that is my thing now.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's always been.
And it works.
It does.
It's not like offensive to anybody or anything like that, so.
When you
Not
talk to
safe.
Sin or you can press J, you can change your thing to Soul of Garakan. That's the one you want for this.
Okay. What am I looking
It'll
at?
be on the Pantheons and change it to Soul of Garakan. It's the little one at the top left. It makes you evade more when you get hit.
Okay, grabbed it.
Let me tell your future.
I'm almost through what you've given me for level up stuff.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to go too much past that. I kind of built it in a way of like
We're
this is probably
basically,
what level we're gonna end up being.
yeah, pretty much. I was gonna say I'm not too much farther than that, I don't think.
We're almost done the game anyway. We're at the end of this act already.
Oh, jeez.
And then we have one more act, and that's also really short. Like, you can pump it out real quick.
Well, we'll probably save that for the next episode. Even if this one runs short, then we'll finish it in
Yeah.
the next one, just so that we're not rushed. And then we just have to try to actually schedule stuff with Chewie. I'm excited to get him in here because he is the one person on the list that hasn't been in. I also
I
have to
feel like you'll, in the near future, have something that will be useful to you for that.
probably. Well, I have suspicions about things and stuff, but I won't get into that because it might spoil things. But regardless, yeah, I don't know. It's also scheduling is going to be an issue with him because I know he works a lot too.
Yeah, his days got all topsy-turvy too, so...
And I'm sure he's pleased by it. But,
Yeah, he is decidedly not.
But I'm also going to have to change the co-op intro again soon here because there's a name on there that probably doesn't need to be on there anymore. You know?
Which?
Oh, just loading. He hasn't said anything to me. He hasn't been in any recordings lately. He's moved to Edmonton, so I'm not even gonna see him at work or anything. So like,
Right, yeah.
so it's like I don't think he's exactly gonna be a fixture. I was trying to leave it open for him, but I mean I can. Oh boy, I can only like leave it open in good conscience if I get some form of communication, you know?
I suppose, yeah.
Past a certain point, if he comes back, I
busy
can.
fella.
Yeah, but if he comes back, I can throw him back in or whatever. But for now,
That's fair.
I don't think he needs a spot there, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I have been stunned, and I don't like it.
As you say, you got actually low health there for a minute.
I don't have a lot of health. I'm just relying on meat shields, and so when there's a lot of area damage, and my gear also is pretty bad. So
Yeah.
right now, my grand strategy is to have everything die.
Before we get there.
Yeah, more or less, which is mostly useful. It usually works, at least with builds like this. I think summoner builds are probably the easiest in the game to build.
Oh,
That
probably.
and totems. Totems and, like, Cyclone, I think.
Well, when it comes to summoning
Right.
and stuff, it's just kind of like you probably just like can chill back and summon things and just have things in front of you die.
Yeah, well, with this build, the skeletons move really, really fast, and so they get to where I need them to go. There are other builds that don't use this item for skeletons that make it a little more challenging, but it's not that bad. We don't need to talk to her.
I accidentally talked to her. And she just basically
That's
told me,
okay.
fuck off, I'm busy. So I'm like, alright.
She opens up portals and stuff.
Well, I didn't mean to talk to you anyways, you jerk. Am I going down the butthole?
Yeah, you're going into the butthole, and then we're gonna go into some weird butthole portals and do butthole things.
Something doesn't seem.
Like, prod around with fingers until things happen?
Yeah.
Where
Where are you?
Which butthole portal did you go in?
The one on the left. I waited until you were there to do it.
Yeah, and then I got distracted by talking to Mr. McWings.
Oh, fine. I think you were just distracted by the buttholes.
Well, that too. It was
You and
just
your buttholes.
it was like winking at me in the eye, you know.
Yeah. The brown eye was winking you in the face.
I'm tempted to put in that clip from Austin Powers where he's like, "It's just winking at me," talking about the mole.
Yeah. Do it.
No, well now it's one of those things. It's like now that I've talked about it, I can't do it. I might do it
No, you
anyways,
gotta.
but yeah.
Do it. Do it while you talk about it.
I could always clip out the part where I talk about it and just put it into.
True. Die! It died.
That thing died quick.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here. I'm watching you. See, I went through the right one. How mad would you be if I watched you go through there and I went through the other one?
Honestly, as long as you could handle it and kill that boss, it would make things go faster.
I probably couldn't handle it, nor could I kill. Well, I mean, I'm sure I could kill the boss if I could get to them, but
I feel like you could. You do lots of damage. You just don't get to do any of it because my skeletons run really far ahead and murder.
it's fine. In most series, I call myself the camera guy for a reason.
Fair.
It's funny because, okay, so in the Vermintide series, 2 videos in a row, Big Country's screaming about how Sheikah did a backflip off of a wall and it looked really badass. I looked, and I looked in the edits. I could not see it happen any of the time. So he's just yelling about nothing that happened, and Sheikah doesn't even know what happened. She's just like, didn't look that cool on my screen, and it's like, well, shit, guys.
Yeah. Ow! Okay. Is it dead? Yeah. No. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe? Maybe? I died. Oh, okay. It's dead now. She's dead. I don't know. Let's go to the next one.
Malagaro, didn't we kill him already?
Yeah, we've killed him twice. This is the 3rd time.
It seems like he should just stay dead. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he will. He will this time.
Promise.
I mean, if you went to the end game and did maps and stuff, there's like stronger versions of him.
I don't like stronger versions of anybody. That's like
Okay, the other.
in Champions Online, like when you reach, like when you're actually done all of the campaign stuff, you can go back and actually fight some of the supervillains in like these special instances and stuff, and so that's kind of cool. But they're
Neat.
all upgraded as well. Like you actually need a team to fight them, from what I understand. There's
Ooh,
also
design.
there's also some game types where you can play as the supervillain.
Yeah. That's kind of neat.
Yeah. There's the one supervillain that I joke is like, it looks like Big Country when he hasn't had his coffee. Or big
Is that the-
or Big Country on a bad day is another thing I call him. His name's Grond is the name of the bad guy.
That makes me think of Yosemite Sam because that's what I would imagine he looks like, but blonde.
No, Grond is like basically picture Hulk but bigger with horns and a lot more anger.
Neat.
Actually, the guy's, I guess he's technically not angry. He's basically like if you made a radioactive convict that just like to wreck shit. Anyways.
We're gonna go into a new butthole.
Hey, look it looks like the guy that wrecked your butthole in Vermintide.
Yay, my poor butt.
I'm trying to mind my health for once in my life.
Finally, during the second last boss in the plot.
Yeah.
Yay, we got turned into diarrhea.
You're questioning me. Well,
When you're
I mean, you're gonna talk
when you're
to
making
Lily and Sail to Oriev. Yeah.
when you're making a wish and you feel something squish diarrhea.
Sing it.
No. Okay, where am I going? I guess I'll just follow you.
Yeah, you talk to Lily and then you click Sail to Oriev.
Ah. I talked
And
to
then
Lily and then I just teleported to you.
well, once more.
Same difference.
Sweet. And now we made it to the final act. Before we quit, there's one quest I want to do because I always do it just before I quit.
Okay.
Because it's literally right through the door.
Okay. Cathedral rooftop. Okay. Well, we got 14 minutes to do it, so it should be fine.
No, it takes like 2 seconds.
I don't know where you went. You're not showing up on my map.
There's a door to your left. At the top of the map. I completed the quest anyway.
It's me. I'm here.
Yeah. Yay! Oh, you did so good. All right. Thanks for the help, buddy.
I know, right?
Bannon is alive.
Oh, she give me a thing.
Should give you potions.
She give me a really good life
Now that you
flask.
have returned, and we have
Yeah, but I always take it too, because I'm too lazy to find new ones.
Ah, good to see you made it back. You look at me with
Do I have a thingy
suspicious
thing to
eyes.
identify the thingy thing?
Yes.
Not on me, apparently.
If you are to go wandering the city, then it
I know I have some in my chest, so. Oh, I do have them. My dumb ass just couldn't recognize it because it's been a while. Alright.
Is that all she wrote?
Pretty much. Just gonna finish
now
talking to
the Void
people.
King is nothing.
I'm glad I haven't been letting all of these guys talk.
what do you
Oh my god, this would
Otherwise
have
this-
taken forever.
Yeah, this series would have been forever's. And you already wanted to be done before the update came out, and we weren't. So
Well, I mean, I feel we could have been. We just ended up getting sidetracked by, like, scheduling and stuff.
yeah, true. Okay. Hey you.
Hello.
Can I sell you shit? I can. Cool. Boop boop boop. Buy my shit. Thank you.
For
Okay,
freedom.
well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. We literally talked, I think, zero about the game this time, except when it came to the buttholes. But other than that, I don't know. I think it was good. I was in it for the commentary here, and yeah,
We
one
did good.
this one was a little bit shorter, but the next one should be our finale. So make sure you guys tune in, check that out, and then we'll have something new for you on Thursdays. But until then, bye.
Bye.